Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. It's back to championship action for Derby County today after last weekend's exploits in the FA Cup. Derby heading to Preston North End this afternoon off the back of two emotional departures in the past 48 hours. The first came on Thursday, defender Curtis Nelson making the move to MK Dons in League Two. Nelson was an ever-present in the 2024 promotion-winning side and the Rams Player of the Year that season. He actually played every single minute of 73 consecutive league games before suffering a major injury almost exactly a year ago. He'll link up with former boss Paul Warren at Stadium MK. And then on Friday afternoon, the news that midfielder Ebou Adams has joined championship rivals Portsmouth. Adams signed initially on loan from Cardiff in January of 2024 and quickly became a fan's favourite as he helped Derby win promotion. He was the Rams MVP back in the Championship, finishing last season as captain and winning the Jack Stamps Player of the Year award as well. Both Nels and Ebou will be fondly remembered here at Pride Park. Back to championship action for the Rams today then. 11 games this afternoon, and here's how things stand. Well, if the playoffs started today, Preston would have the benefits of being at home in the semi-final second leg. They're having a terrific season, but there is plenty of competition for a place in the top six. Wrexham down in ninth, only 3 points behind them. Coventry's lead at the top, down to just 3 points after Middlesbrough's win at West Brom last night, though they are still 8 points clear of Ipswich. With 20 games to go, Derby are 6 points off the playoffs, 11 clear of the bottom three. Norwich have improved of late but are still stuck in the relegation zone. So are Oxford, who have new boss Matt Bloomfield in charge for the first time today. Yeah, lots happening in the Championship. We'll tell you about the fixtures a little later in the programme. But it's about time we heard from the Derby County squad. Ben Brereton Díaz has goals in back-to-back games after scoring against Wrexham and Leeds last weekend.
Always when I'm playing football I want to score goals, create chances for the team. So yeah, no, really happy with the last two games getting the goals, which I needed, to be fair. My last goal was earlier in the season against Wrexham, so it was nice to get a couple of goals. But yeah, I feel like the team's been doing really good. I feel a part of it, and no, it's been great. And now we need to push on the second half of the season. We've put ourselves in a good place to do that.
You had to wait a while between those two brilliant goals against Wrexham, has to be said. I know that some forwards it can really play on their minds. Was it on your mind much?
No, I wouldn't say it's on my mind. I mean, going into every game, I always want to score a goal, get an assist, create something. But I wouldn't say it's on my mind. My first thing is do for the team and be a team player, and obviously I want to score goals. That's what I've always wanted to do in my career. So yeah, no, I'm really happy. I've got a couple of goals in the last two games, but now let's move forward and let's have a positive back end of the season.
You've started almost every single game that you've been available for. That's such a big vote of confidence from the head coach, isn't it? Yeah,
no, it's been brilliant. I've come here to play football, and yeah, the gaffer's been brilliant with me. Played a lot of games, feeling really fit. And yeah, like I said, I came here because I knew it was a great club. A lot of people had told me, and since I've been here, I've really enjoyed myself. The lads have been brilliant, and yeah, it's a great club to be a part of.
I remember hearing about how excited John Eustace was to get you in the summer. What's he been like with you? What's he like to play for?
No, definitely really good. You know, it's all or nothing. You know, you have to go every game, every session. You can't take your foot off the gas. It's really intense, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's Championship football. We need to win games. It's a high level. So no, it's been great, and I've really enjoyed it. You know, it's yeah, real demanding, but that's what you want. You know, you want to give it all, and the lads buy into it, and it's training's 100%. So it goes into a game, and it becomes natural for everyone. We
know he's intense. We can see that on the touchline. Are you ever on the end of that?
No, a few times, but I think everyone has. But that's just football. That happens, you know. And at the end of the day, you move on from it, and you go again. And that's part of football. You've got to set high standards for each other and demand a lot of everyone. So yeah.
You've had a few loan spells in these last couple of seasons. Granted, 2 of those were at Sheffield United. How have you managed to settle in here at Derby?
No, really good. I mean, I'm from the area anyway. Knew some of the players coming in, and yeah, it's been really easy. You know, the last loans I've had at Sheffield United and also here, it's been really easy to settle in. Yeah, I've really enjoyed myself so far, and like I said earlier on, we've put ourselves in a great position to do something really good at this back end of the season, and I think that's what everyone wants. But yeah, I've felt like home from the minute I've been here, so it's really good. Yeah,
you referenced it there. We're past the midway point of the season now, 20 games to go, 6 points off the playoffs going into this weekend. Do you feel that's about where you should be, or is there a feeling in that room that there is more to come from this group?
Yeah, listen, if you ask everyone that question, they want to be higher, they want to have more points, but we are where we are, and it's a great place to be in the first half of the season, and now we can go the second half believing we can push on, you know, because there's games there we should have won, possibly games we should have lost, but I think as a collective we thought we could have picked up more points, so that's positive, and going into the second half of the season we've put ourselves in a great position to now and chase it down a little bit, and yeah, everyone's really excited, you know, it's only good things to come, and we're really excited for the challenge ahead. Off
to Preston at the weekend. It's a part of the world you know very well from your time at Blackburn. What were those Lancashire derbies like to play in?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, at Blackburn, the main one was obviously Burnley. Played them a few times, but Preston and teams around there is always tasty. So yeah, I've always liked playing against Preston. It's a nice ground, good fans, so it's always a good atmosphere there. So yeah, really looking forward to going there at the weekend, and hopefully we can get one back on them further on the season.
That's Derby forward Ben Brereton Díaz, who does have a good record at Deepdale, a venue where the home side haven't lost in the league since November. And there was a 2-1 defeat to Blackburn, but since the start of November, only 2 teams have picked up more points than Preston, who've only been beaten twice in the league in that time. They may have been knocked out of the FA Cup by Wigan last Friday, but their last league outing was a 2-0 win at Bristol City. Former Ram Lewis Dobbin, a man in form, and Preston's top scorer at the moment. Though they are currently without Lone Star Harrison Armstrong. He's been recalled by parent club Everton, but he could return before the end of the month. Here's the Preston boss, Paul Heckingbottom.
Yeah, good. We've obviously we had the weekend off, which was good physically, and then Monday, Tuesday started already about Derby, but more about how we want to perform, how we want to play. So, yeah, we had 1 or 2 players needing a bit of treatment, catching up on things that we couldn't over the busy Christmas period, which is good. And then we've had everyone back in today, so yeah, I think that little lull in games has been really important for us, so hopefully we're all in a better place now.
What type of match are you expecting from Derby?
Yeah, tough one. They've been difficult to play against. Everyone will say that. They've got dangerous players, goal threats, whether that's set plays with the front 3. But they're also happy to grind games out as well, and not afraid to win games without the ball and sit in, defend the box well and be a real threat on the counter. So I think we're going to have to be really patient. And listen, if we have to be really patient in games, home games, between now and the end of the season, then we're going to have to be, and that's everyone, people on the pitch, off the pitch, fans in the stands, me on the side. No one's going to make it easy for us, people are going to come with game plans to try and give themselves the best chance of winning. I know one of that is to frustrate us and maybe take the pace in how we want to play away. So we're going to have to be patient, and make sure that we don't fall into any traps and play with the same amount of discipline that we know has been important for us so far.
So when you come up against those more stubborn teams, is it more about waiting for the moment to seize an opportunity?
Yeah, because if we play into their hands and totally open up and we're giving them all the space and the break, we're going to lose. So, we have to be patient, respect that. And it's hard. It's something you've got to get used to. And it's something we've got to get used to because we're a team who's at the higher end of the league now as well. And it's been an approach of a lot of teams at our place. So, I'm not saying that's how Derby are going to set up. I don't know. But between now and the end of the season, I'm expecting that to be a big part of what we've got to do.
That's the Preston boss, Paul Heckingbottom. Let's hear from his opposite number, John Eustace, who spoke to RamsTV on Thursday before Ibu Adams moved to Portsmouth. The boss says it's been a good week for the group up at Moor Farm.
They've been great. We've had a couple of really good days on the grass. Obviously, it's been a real tough Christmas period. Lots of games, lots of emotions. And obviously finishing off with a big FA Cup game, we just couldn't get over the line, which was a shame. But there are lots of positives to take out of that match, and the lads are in a really good place at the moment.
We talked about a couple of those positives after the game against Leeds, the debuts for Oscar Fraulo and Owen Eames in particular. How have they both reacted to that first opportunity at the weekend? Yeah,
they've been right at it. It's really important that when we bring new people to the group, players and academy players coming up, that they feel at home and feel welcomed. And I think to give them their minutes in the first team in front of 25,000 at Pride Park, that certainly helps. And they've both settled in really well.
Those are such special moments in any players' careers, making their debuts. How much do you enjoy being part of those moments for players?
I think it's a group effort. I think, you look at Eames's rise from the academy, there's been such a hard work put in from all the coaches there throughout the years. And, I'll only give debuts to players that I think are good enough and deserve it. And, Owen's deserved that debut. He's been on the bench previously in the league. We couldn't get him on, unfortunately, but he's worked ever so hard, and now all the hard work starts properly. Now he's part of the group, and we have to think about what we're going to do with him over the next couple of months. Is a loan best for him, or is it to have more time with the first team? So that's something we're in discussions. But he's got a huge future, as I say. The club have done so well in getting him to this point, and now we've got to do the right thing for him. But what an exciting talent that we've got.
Oscar was your first new signing of the transfer window. There's been a departure now as well. Curtis Nelson joining MK Dons, and I'm sure he leaves with your very best wishes. Yeah, listen, Curtis unfortunately was injured obviously when I came to the football club. He's worked his socks off to get to a really good point. I thought his performance against Birmingham when he came on was excellent, and it just typified the kind of character and the man he is. And I'm glad he could play a part in that game. And I wish him all the best now. Obviously we've got competition for places at the back. It's important at his age he goes out and plays games, and he'll certainly do that at MK, and we wish him all the best. I realise we haven't addressed the window with you in a wider sense since it opened. What are you hoping to achieve over the next couple of weeks before it closes? Well, I think if we could bring one or two in to help the group, that would be amazing, and we're getting players back from fitness as well, which is the most important. I think we highlighted that against Leeds, and it's just important that we're competitive. We bring players in who are going to make us better, otherwise there's no point bringing players in. So we'll wait and see on that, but the group are ready, they're training hard, and they're looking forward to 3 big games coming up next week. Let's look ahead to the first of those, Preston, 4th in the Championship. How impressed have you been with their season so far? Yeah, very experienced team. Obviously, the team have been together a long time, and over the last 2 or 3, 4 years, and they've added good quality to that group. So, they've certainly built in the right way. They've got a great manager in there in Paul, and so, we know it's going to be a difficult game, but, it's a real good opportunity to go against one of the best teams in the league at the moment and see where we're at. Thanks, John. Now that's Derby boss John Eustace. As mentioned, 11 games in the Championship today, with leaders in action at lunchtime. Coventry hosting Leicester. Ipswich get their game underway at 12:30 as well. Oxford United host Bristol City at 3. That one of 7 afternoon games, with Swansea against Birmingham closing things out at 5:30. It's also a 3 o'clock start at Deepdale, where Preston North End host Derby County. And you can watch this one on RamsTV. Matchday Live is available everywhere outside the UK, so go to dcfc.co.uk to get your Game Pass now, and we'll see you there. Goodbye.